nowhere to go but here. This is the ending of the game, folks. And this is actually the canonical ending of the game. And I really, really like this ending. You know, I've tried to explain the difference to several people, you know, about, like, whose only exposure to these branches of games, well, just like the whole umbrella of Shin Megami Tensei in America, is the Persona 3 and 4. My dog is crying for some reason. Oh, he wants up here with me, and I apologize. Right in the middle of the ending of my game, man, shame on you. But I've tried to explain the differences between this, and this right here is this ending is a good example of what makes Persona different from this. These games are all about balance, and how things can go horribly wrong when the balance is shifted either way, and how those who are in charge of either side of the balance are at war with each other, how normal people can get hurt. And bad things happen. That's basically a good description of the first 3 Shin Megami Tensei games. For sure, Bad Thing Happens, the video game series. And for its time on the Super Nintendo, I think this is a superb game. It didn't age as well, and there are a lot of quality of life issues I have with it. But on the flip side of it, there's a lot of quality of life issues that I wish more RPGs did that this game does. Sure, every time I gotta go in and look at the map, I have to go through like 27 menus to get there, and that gets annoying really fast. But, stuff like Astoma, Treesto, I mean, the mapper spell, the fact that there are the teleporters everywhere, I mean, there's just lots of stuff in this game that I think flies in the face of its difficulty, you know? Like, there's a surprising amount of things in the game that make the game easier when this is a notoriously hard game. And as you saw in the last area of the game, I just blew through everything. But a lot of that also comes from knowing the game, and like I do know the game fairly well. I'm not going to say I know it 100%, because there was a lot of things that I ran into in this game that surprised me. Stuff that I actually didn't run into before, I didn't think about. Like, for example, on my last test run of the game, I only did one. Well, I did 2 test runs, I guess. Because I beat the game as Chaos, and then I decided, you know what, I want to LP this game, and then I beat it again as Neutral. But when I was playing the game in my Neutral run for a test play, I didn't really use the status effect weapon, like the status effect ammo, all that much, because I thought that the bosses were immune to it, and I got about I got about 3/4 of the way through the game, and then I realized that the bosses were not immune to it, and like I had very specific strategies for some of the early bosses, which is why I didn't use, the sleep bullets and things like that. Well, actually, I did use them because the main character, I guess technically, because he didn't really have a good weapon. But I'm sorry, I'm talking over the ending like this, but this is, I think, the best time to talk about the game in the series. And somebody has actually asked me to do more of these games, and I would like to do Shin Megami Tensei 2. I've actually never beaten Shin Megami Tensei 2. I've gotten close, but I've never beaten it. And I will probably never do Shin Megami Tensei 3 as an LP. It's too long. And I think the next time, if I want to do a Shin Megami Tensei game, I think the next one I want to do is Raido Kuzunoha versus the Soulless Army. Just because it's such a quirky game, and I really, really like it. It's not too complicated. There's no because of that, it adds like 50%. It adds way more length to the game, and it's not like the good kind of length where you're actually doing something. It's just that it takes longer to do what you were doing. So, like, you can play the PS1 version you want, but I recommend stick with the Super Nintendo version. Hey, it's Jesus. How are you, Jesus? Oh wait, you're not Jesus. We'll just call you Jesus. But anyway, like I said, I really enjoy this game. This is probably on my Super Nintendo list of RPGs. I'm not going to say it's in my top 10, but it's close to being in my top 10. And I really enjoyed it a lot. I'm really glad they programmed this translation patch, and I'm really glad that the person that came back and fixed the translation patch did so. Because there was a lot of... This game is buggy enough on its own, and then they introduced even more bugs in the translation patch. So, there's that. Taking this game at face value as a first-person dungeon crawler, which admitted is a genre that not a lot of people, I think, like actively go out and look for. I actually really like them, and I would say that the game gets easily a 7.5 out of 10. Like I said, there's a lot of... If you don't search, if you don't have a walkthrough and you don't search every corner of the game, you miss out on a lot of what you need to do. But this game is designed to kind of funnel you, like, okay, I'll go over here and look, and I'll go over here and look, and like, okay, like by process of elimination, you find out where to go. It's actually really not that hard to figure out where you need to go and what triggers to do. Like, some of the triggers are a little tricky, but So yeah, I've got certain mixed feelings about certain parts of this game, like the demons, the fact that they don't grow, there's no skill inheritance. But like I said, it's the first game in the series that really did the whole did the demons the way this. Like I said, I've never played Mega 10, but I don't think you can do the demon fusion and things like that. So anyway, this has been Shin Megami Tensei. I had a lot of fun playing this game. I hope you mildly enjoyed watching me at least. I know this is kind of a weird game to watch someone LP uh, due to the fact that it's first person and all that, and the battles are very static. But I was hoping that the story would at least interest you enough, and the fact that uh, the game is so dark. And I really don't have anything else to say about the game. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.